February is Heart Month. Heart disease is the top killer in America. It doesn't always look like you might think or happen to the people you might think it would strike. Here's Seth Kaplan.
I was a middle school English teacher.
Nick Nastasi.
Typically very physically active with a lot of different cardiovascular activities, a lot of biking with friends.
And for the past 2 years,
I am the middle school, high school principal at Greenwood School District in northeastern Perry County.
But about a year ago,
when I would bend over to tie my shoes, I kind of came up breathless. And that then morphed itself into when I would walk up a flight of stairs, I would need to kind of stop to catch my breath.
Was he spending too much time behind a desk?
And I just attributed some of my symptoms to maybe becoming overweight.
And then, well, listen to how Nastasi is more critical of himself than he would ever be of a student or teacher or his family.
That's kind of where I made my mistakes, if you will. I allowed it to get as bad as I did, unknowingly, but still it did occur. I made my really poor choices.
He talks as if he ignored the symptoms for years. The reality?
I knew I had a physical appointment coming up about 3 weeks later, and I just figured, just wait.
He went to that already scheduled doctor's appointment.
And she kind of springs immediately into action. She ordered the first appointment with Dr. Iskander with UPMC Cardiovascular.
He came to my office with an urgent office visit. I asked him to go to the West Shore Hospital.
Within, I think, 45 minutes, we were in the ER at West Shore Hospital waiting to be admitted.
He called me to kind of say, like, listen.
I called her and explained to her what it is.
I'm going to give you some scary numbers. And he said, please don't share them with Nick right now, because I think he's going to panic.
Numbers he now knows.
My pump function, which should have been operating somewhere in the range of 55 to 70% for a normal heart, was operating closer to 15 to 20%.
He was down in the 15 to 20% range, which would explain a lot of his symptoms.
You know, I have a wife that I love dearly. I have my daughter that is the beginning, middle, and end of everything for me. I promised the doctors, anybody who came into the room, whatever they told me that I needed to do to get better, I was going to do to get better.
He was pretty confident that we were going to get him where we needed to be.
She was kind of assured.
I went from taking a one-a-day vitamin and one other small piece of medication a day to taking quite an array of different things.
But no surgery.
I love being outside. We love doing things as a family. They slowly but surely kind of signed off on doing more and more of that.
Every time he goes back to an appointment, the news, it just feels like it gets better and better.
His heart function, not entirely, but mostly back to where it should be.
Not fully recovered, but we're on our way.
His message, when your body is telling you something, no matter how subtle, no matter how soon you have an appointment already scheduled, don't wait even that little bit of time.
That is the beginning, middle, and end of what I would hope to come out of this.
Seth Kaplan, ABC 27 News.